Okay, if you're old enough to remember what this is, you're in the right place, because this is Old Guy Destroys a Tape Deck. The ATAT driver. Now this is going to be a project that is ongoing and very much in the front of our minds for the next few weeks. As we really get to grips with this, we're obviously going to be producing all the little components and the greeblies, and the main component for this are parts from the TC-67 A cassette player. Now if you've got one of these and you want to use found parts on your own helmet, I'm going to show you how to tear it down and how to safely remove the parts that you want from this beautiful cassette player. If you are a cassette player collector, please look away now. Let's just get into it. I need to retrieve the buttons from this. I need 4 of them, but obviously we've got 6. I'm going to hopefully safely remove all 6 buttons. You don't need the cassette. Okay, so I'm going onto the back. You'll find 4 screws on the bottom. Very, very obvious. 2 are inside the battery cover compartment, 2 here. Removing these will get us into the main body of the cassette player. I've just taken a couple of them apart to get all the buttons prepped up for molds and creating the greeblies, and it was at that point I thought might be helpful to show people how to do this, just in case they want to achieve the same, because I'm pretty sure the very first one of these I took apart, we might have had a casualty or 2 with the parts that we wanted to keep. If you get a load of dust and ancient looking crap coming out of it, don't be surprised, because there seems to be a lot of it in all of the ones I've took apart. And we're in. Okay, I don't think this is going to retain any power. The other ones haven't, but let's cut the red wire. I feel like Keanu Reeves in Speed.
I think I can reach the circuit wire.
He can reach the circuit wire.
No, don't. That's a decoy. Classic.
Well, here we are. Still alive. All nice and safe. Okay, so I want to get this out. Right, so I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5, and then 6 maybe. Let's go at them, and I can't remember which ones we need to take out, but we can work it out together. I think it's just a case of removing visible screws. Whoa. It's a small Phillips. I don't even know if this is the perfect size for doing this really, but it needs to be a small one for the inside. I'm getting away with it. I have got an even smaller one there just in case, because I think there were a couple of small ones when we get on the inside. Right, so I've got 4 out of this. Yeah, and it's wanting to stay in. I think I need to take these 2 out on the side. So it is quite a small screwdriver, just a household one. There's nothing special going on here. Okay, there's a few more wires that we can enjoy cutting there. Okay, so this is the like the printed circuit board section of the tape player. From what I can see, there's nothing of interest on there, but if you know any different, drop us a comment below. Okay, now we're getting down to the bits that we want. I'm going to remove that. This is made of, this screw here is just some sort of like nylon kind of thing, and I'm going to take this off. Not wanting to come out. I ain't going to even fit in there, they're just rounding off. So we've got another one down the side here. I'm going to remove that. Okay, so I've got another screw on the side. Taking these 2 out. I want to just lift this piece out if I can. Okay, so it's loose. There's clearly some more screw there. There's another one there. Must be one more somewhere. Let's see where it is. That's this guy, yeah. And this one doesn't want to move. No, that does not want to turn. A lot of these screws seem very... That's bust it. A lot of these screws are very cheap in that way that makes me suggest they didn't really want you to take this apart.
Also, how old are
I don't know, 40 years old. I don't know if that's got any bearing on the matter. Alright, okay, so all of this section is now separate. Not interested in any of that. So this is the bit that we want, and as you can see, it's all connected to the mechanism. So we need to remove this now from the rest of this. Bits are falling off as we go. So we have got these little circlips on the end there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's basically a rod running through here, and that's holding all of these in place. And we don't want that, not one bit. So there's a little circlip removed. Now I think we need to knock this through, but there are more little clips on there as we go. Yeah, I'm not going to get them. It's just chewing them up. Let's hope that doesn't cause us a problem. I might need to get another screwdriver. Right, I think I need to get them off there. I need to take these off the side, but none of my screwdrivers are fitting very well.
Do you find the trunk and the part a lot more easy than others?
No, they're all this one is particularly troubling me. Right, let me see if I can get, as you can see, I've got these different sizes. See if I can get another size screwdriver. A few more screwdrivers. Let's see if any of these fit better. Ah, much better. Now these are a different size again from the other side. So when we've got that main body out, there are 2 screws on this side and there are 2 screws on this side, and I think now absolutely nothing has changed. That is still being held in. Maybe it's just gunk holding it in place. I could have sworn that release there. Let's just see. I'm going to take that off. And we've got a better screwdriver now that is finding its way into the head there. So I've removed 2 from this section. So as we remove this, another piece we don't want, we also reveal the mouth to fall on, or Zuckus, whichever one it is. It's confusing because we grew up with the figures and they were wrong. But yeah, you probably want to keep that. If you don't want to use it, offer it up on the forums, because there are people out there that do want those. Weirdly, I've seen that selling for more than the tape player. Right, okay, so this is still not releasing, and I can't remember what it is that we have to remove, so let's keep undoing visible screws, and eventually this whole assembly will pop out. And then we get to the real interesting bit, removing the keys safely. There are some very fragile bits on these keys that I want to show you. I cannot for the life remember what's holding it in. I think it's that there. Okay, so we've got this screw here. Let's remove this because that's, I think it's holding this on, which I think is holding most of this together at the moment. Along with a load of dirt. Wow, this one's another one of them. Needs a bit. There we go. We're still not moving. What's holding this in? Ah, there we go. There they are. If I remove this out of the way. There's a screw there and a screw underneath there. Let's remove that. It's just on a spring. Okay, so these two screws, they're holding our assembly in. Let's remove those and we should be able to see what we're interested in. Okay, it's trying to break free. Okay, springs are going off. There we go. Okay, this is what we want, and if you can see there are these two little legs that stick out from them. We don't need it on all the keys, but we do need it on some of them, and those are the bits that are easy to damage. Right, as far as I'm aware, all of that is garbage. Bits here, so much crap coming out of it. The interesting part, and obviously the buttons, the keys from the tape deck. Right, so there's a circlip. We've removed one from that end. I'm going to remove one from this end. Just pop that off. Okay, there's our first one. Now this is one of the ones that we definitely want to use with the indent detail, and we're going to have to remove this metal piece from the bottom. Now that is what I really want to show you, how to do it easily without causing any damage. Right, there's a few more circlips there. Right, okay, so because we moved that one from the end earlier, this whole rod is now coming out. I'm holding everything together with my hand there. Okay, rod removed. All the springs are going off. There, all of those springs underneath. Okay, trash. Okay, and here we are. This is what we want. The plastic is bonded to these metal parts that obviously used to control the mechanism of the tape deck, and we want to remove those. So I'm going to show you a nice, easy way of doing that safely without damaging your tape parts. Okay, here we are. Nice hot water. I'm just going to drop them straight in there. Now, the boiling water isn't going to affect the plastic. That steam. I can't believe we're getting so much steam because it's 99 in the shade here in Manchester. It's April and it's beautiful sunshine. Right, so we've allowed them to sit in the boiling water for this amount of time, and I'm just going to remove them and remove the piece.
Don't try this at home.
We don't recommend sticking your hand in boiling water.
It's not really boiling anymore. So we'll go with the big one. I'd recommend, if you're doing this for the first time, not to use one of these as your test piece. It's not coming out. Let's give it a bit longer. Right, let's go with a nice easy one without the little indent thing on. Oh, these are in there. Aha. Okay. Whoops. I've dropped it back in there. I'm not getting that out now. There we have it. That is what we're looking for. Now, I think that they were taken from a tape deck, and the evidence of that is the fact that we have this. So I think the fact that it's got a bit of this glue residue on is actually correct. And wouldn't worry about cleaning it off too much unless you really don't like it. No, that's still not one ready to go yet. So I'm just gripping this metal piece and separating the two. As you can see, they don't want to come out of there. They put them in there well, but it's bringing out most of the glue. I much prefer this to using a heat gun. I wouldn't recommend using a heat gun at all. There we go. Yeah, let's give it some more hot water. Okay, topped up with boiling water. I did it right at the point where it boiled rather than bring it over here and it's losing temperature. So that's the big one gone. That was the one we were trying first. So as you can see, perseverance is the key to this. Just keep going with the hot water. Okay, so there we go. Another one out, nice and clean. Success. So there we go. Hot water is, in my opinion, the way to get these out of there. You're not applying localized heat in too much, or you're not applying too much heat with like a heat gun in any particular one area. It's just hot water. It's just bringing the whole temperature of the old glue, bringing it right up to the point where it won't hold anymore. That's all we're trying to do. Okay, there we go. There are the buttons that we need. 2 of them for inside the gas canister and 2 of them for the forehead, and 2 spares. 2 for inside here, and obviously these for up here. All removed safely from their little metal hinge or whatever that's supposed to be, and with those little details remaining intact. Okay, that's tearing down the TC-67 A cassette player. The bits that we want are obviously the buttons for the ATAT, and you may want to keep that because it's just nice to have. Found part. From what I can see, all the rest of it is just junk. But if you know any more than I do about this, drop us a comment below. Let us know if there's anything else worth saving, because I've still got a couple of these to tear down. But apart from that, that's tearing down TC-67 A from Sony. Good luck tearing down your cassette player if you're going to do that, and if not, thanks for watching. That's how we acquire the greeblies to create the molds for ATAT driver helmet.